Digital Eclipse is a company that excels at preserving classic games in the most captivating manner possible. The studio's expertise in interactive documentaries is further demonstrated in the Making of Karateka, which just came out today, as it continues to enhance its approach to presenting timeless classics in a video game native style. The initial game encountered within the Making of Karateka is a clone of Asteroids, an unexpected yet pivotal moment for Jordan Mechner, who would later be the creator of Karateka. The act of replicating Asteroids serves as a crucial juncture in Mechner's journey, a modest initiation for a designer who would go on to craft profoundly influential action games such as Prince of Persia. Situated within an intricate and immersive timeline, the experience guides participants through Mechner's early explorations before delving into the development and release of Karateka. And for Digital Eclipse, the team responsible for this interactive documentary, this endeavor symbolizes another endeavor to narrate the stories of classic games through a medium that fully embraces their essence. This strategy holds particular significance as classic games face increasing endangerment, making this method an essential instrument for their preservation. The studio has earned its reputation through thoughtful, meticulous collections of retro games, encompassing cherished titles from Disney, Blizzard, and the pixel art adventures of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These offerings not only provide excellent game ports, but they also include rich galleries featuring supplementary materials like concept artwork and magazine advertisements. Now, that's not like super new from things we've seen in the past, right? But in the past year, Digital Eclipse has undertaken a more ambitious project, one they called Atari 50, which employed an interactive timeline to recount the narrative of Atari's inaugural 5 decades. This approach transformed gaming consoles into museums, allowing users to selectively engage with content while grasping the context that underscored the significance of these games. So yeah, the Making of Karateka, it is a documentary, but it is an interactive documentary, which makes it more like a game in and of itself. And it is within Digital Eclipse's Gold Master series, which they're saying is an endeavor focused on revisiting classic releases. This series aims to unveil intimate accounts of the creation of formative games. And the studio's editorial director, Chris Kohler, he kind of had to work with the resources he had, so a lot of the resources were just journals, a bunch of papers, and even floppy disks. Yeah, if you even know what that is. And his endeavor found resonance as users embraced the idea of traversing a timeline that unveils the evolution of gaming history. This enthusiastic reception fortified the studio's confidence in this sort of innovative format. While the Atari 50 project set the precedent for this approach, the Making of Karateka posed a distinct challenge. Atari 50 spanned an entire company's trajectory across 5 decades, encompassing arcades and home consoles, intertwining diverse stories of individual games and hardware releases. And on the contrary, the Making of Karateka provides an immersive exploration of the genesis of a singular defining game, closely intertwined with its creator, Jordan Mechner. Divided into only 5 chapters, the documentary delves into Mechner's origins, tracing not only the Asteroids clone, but also an unreleased game named Death Bounce. As the timeline unfolds, participants can pursue Mechner's early writings and correspondence with publishers, witness conversations between Mechner and his father, who's responsible for the game's music and animation, and even experiment with early prototypes of the game. I think this would be super cool for somebody that is interested in making their own video games. And the documentary admirably captures the creative process behind Karateka's animation, spotlighting the use of rotoscoping, which is a technique that involves tracing over film footage of real individuals to craft animation frames. Through this production, participants can explore Mechner's sketches and art, observe reference footage of his father performing karate moves, which really sounds cool in and of itself, and find original videos with final animated sprites using an interactive slider. Similar to Atari 50, the interactive nature of this experience enables users to traverse elements in a personalized sequence. Whether one desires to indulge in the remastered version of Karateka or to skip sections of the Death Bounce history, the timeline mirrors the dynamic of a museum exhibit, offering a sequential layout while affording users the autonomy to craft their own journey. Kohler highlights the depth achieved in the making of Karateka, owing to the ample resources at hand, the abundance that often eludes projects involving classic games. Kohler also notes that preserving his floppy disks and all of the pages of documentation, it allowed him to get depth and context that could not have, otherwise be achieved. Although future releases under the Gold Master series remain unannounced, the series could potentially explore different formats. In contrast to focusing on individual games such as Karateka, future endeavors might chronicle genre histories, or franchise evolutions, or just pivotal moments. The timeline format equips Digital Eclipse with the versatility to convey a variety of narratives at different scales, nurturing their aspiration to establish a gaming equivalent to the esteemed Criterion Collection, which is an emblem of significance for enthusiasts, even if the specific game remains unfamiliar. Something like this is very important, and especially for game preservation as we know it. I did a video on this a while back, but most digital classic games, they are going extinct, believe it or not, as goofy and weird as that sounds. So something like this not only is necessary, but it is extremely cool and unique. It's a documentary where you can basically interact with it. Looks like right now you can get it for $20 on Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games. I think this looks very cool, especially for somebody, like I said, that is wanting to work on video games, or maybe even just for somebody that remembers this game from the past. And I am very, very excited to see what the future of the Gold Master series is, so kind of what they will do in the future with these sort of interactive type documentaries on video games. Very cool. I will definitely be on the lookout for it.